Isiolo County stands centrally at the heart of Kenya. Once a desolate region, now blossoms as a tourism destination. Rich in flora and fauna, the quiet waters of River Ewasonyiro determines who survives in this jungle. The Borana call it the land of the hidden treasure. While the filmmakers describe it as the Hollywood of Africa.
As I say, we're very keen photographers, but here is the best place for photography.
It's an everyday new experience. It's a completely different world for me.
Shaba National Reserve, in the year 2004, it was rated the best film destination in Africa. Another time, it was called the Hollywood of Africa, simply because so many films were shot here.
Is that Isiolo is the only county in this country where you can have about 10 different cultural diversity within one shop, and you can't find it anywhere else. So you can have the Borana dancers, you can have the Somalis, you can have the Kikuyus, you can have the Maasais, you can have the Samburus, you can have the Nubians, name it. All of them are found in Isiolo. So you can decide what else do you want to do. If you want to come and enjoy the cultural diversity, there is room for that. If you want to come and do your own filming, there is room for that. If you want to come and just rest and see the area the way it is, because this is the place that you can be at any given time.
For centuries, our heritage has been buried in the debris of folklore. While books that documented who we are have perished in unknown catastrophe. The fragmentation of these groups has weakened their tradition and cultural heritage structure, burying their customs in the debris of historical books. All that is left to speak for us are scribbles carved on stones. The travelers have maintained their quest of getting to the bottom root of our origin. In the jungle of Shaba, marks of rains tracing back to hundreds of years attest to the rich heritage here. A place where wildlife and man coexist as one, just like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, before man tore the world apart with his lustful eyes. The Borana allude they were the first to discover this paradise kingdom before other beings became intruders. During our tours in the villages, the glow of African heritage is amazing. Right from the Boranas, whose attachment to the pastoral life has made them jungle warriors. In this land, women are not counted as beings. This makes males total hares.
Wakati watoto kiume wanazaliwa, ni hata manyata mzima anafurahi kwa sababu amepata mwanaume. Manyata mwanaume na mzee anatoka na hii sababu ya kujulisha umezaliwa mwanaume.
Msichana akizaliwa kwani alizaliwa boma hiyo, lakini si yeye kuishi boma hiyo.
Ndio.
Anatoka nje kwenda kuolewa kwa boma wengine, anazaa huko, anachukulia boma nyingine. Lakini kijana akizaliwa hapa,
mwenye boma
akikufa. Umenipata? Boma ni yake. Ndio baba kijana akizaliwa anafurahi boma yake, akikufa kesho hata pati bure hapo na kijana. Umenipata? Msijana hata ukizaa 5 na una kijana, ujue hiyo boma yako anabaki bure.
While the Turkana women bear a mark of the charming beauty that ignites the dead ends of the savannah jungle to a burning love. Their magical beauty is woven in the beaded necklaces. Among the Nilo-speaking groups, there is no woman that can stand in the gap to outshine these beauties of the jungle. The Turkana women believe no good can match their prize.
Pia kwa hizo nyimbo ambayo tunaimba inasaidia kupeana message kama kwa jamii nyingine, message ya kuleta watu pamoja, kwa sababu hapa hivi tuko na mambo mengi ambayo yalikuwa yanakuja, vita, watu kabila tofauti. Sasa tukaona afadhali tu form a group, at least kwa nyimbo tuweze kupeana message ikaweze kubadilisha jamii yetu ya Waturkana.
For the Gabras, they have their own version. The jungle is their home. It is believed the gods sow a seed of art in their blood. As guardians of the jungle, craft work is their weapon. They turn wood to vessels that no other being can make.
Hizi wezi weka tu hivyo, kuna miti ya kutengeneza kuwe na harufu. Kama jana usiku pia kwanza nilionyesha moja ile inawekwa hiyo moshi, inatengenezwa na panguzwa ndani na inawekwa maziwa.
On the other hand, the Wata believe they are the only remaining species of the Bushmen. Honey and bushmeat is staples of their diet.
Hii sasa anachoma mpaka yeye naifa. Akiifa inakula.
For the first-timers setting foot in this land, it is easy to be devoured by enormous love and the heritage endowed in this land.
Na hii jamii yetu hapo awali ilikuwa imepotea ndani ya jamii ya Waborana.
reserve is a semi-desert but attracts a good range of animals as River Ewasonyiro acts as a lifeline. While the combination of arid desert, volcanic rocks, and riverine forests makes a very interesting landscape here. For the lovers of Mother Nature, the Tortoise Hill and Sleeping Lion Mountain bears a photogenic mark. Shaba is well known for its large pride of lions, which doze under thicket of toothbrush trees during the day. Elsa, the lioness that was brought up by Joy Adamson, was raised partly in this reserve. At the foot of the Sleeping Lion Mountain, a gigantic watchtower used by Joy Adamson stands facing the lion cages.
Here is the place where Walk with Lion was shot. Walk with Lion was shot. So it was shot in April to June 1998. Behind me is the cages which kept the lion. To Walk with Lion is the memory of the George and Joyce Adamson. So it is here is where exactly the movies was shot. To Walk with Lion.
East of the mountain is River Ewasonyiro. It slithers quietly through the wilderness, leaving traces of greens along its banks. Shaba Reserve has hidden the fascinating wildlife, and it is the home for the poorly known gerenuk. The reserve is a popular destination for tourists, not just from the African continent, but across the world.
And therefore, Shaba is known in terms of filmings and all those things that are related to that, because it has all those beautiful sceneries.
It is one of the best places to view some of the rare species in Kenya, including the gravy zebras, Somali ostrich, gerenuk, and reticulated giraffe.
Oh, it's brilliant, and coming as a family as well. I think that's really good. It's so nice to share it sort of with everybody. It's great because you can't explain it. I think even when we go home and tell people, you won't be able to explain it properly, and you can show them the pictures. But
yeah, really good. Really enjoying it. An experience. Having breakfast on the beach. Amazing.
What about Israel when you go back to Pakistan? Like I have met some Burus, local Samburus. I have met some Maasais, and I have met, I don't remember the name, but they were very local. I took a lot of pictures with them, I filmed them, and professionally I'm a filmmaker, so I'm having a real life experience here. And when I'll go back, I'll let people know that Africa has a lot of things.
We have now made the roads, Maram, put culverts where they are, make sure that there are good roads to do the game drive. We have improved the security within the park so that we now have more rangers. We have also improved the morale of the rangers, and we have made sure now, and we have involved KWS. In fact, we have our director, Bwana Cheptei, is from Kenya Wildlife Service, and he has now helped to revamp the game rangers, and therefore the security of the park is now much better. And because of that, and because obviously it had that attraction from before and that special species in that ecosystem, it was easy now to attract customers and tourists back. In fact, we are encouraging Kenyans to use and come and see Isiolo game parks, so that this is not only enjoyed by Westerners and Asians from China, but also enjoyed by our own Kenyan citizens.
Our tour guide Shukri has mastered the habitation of all the species here. So how do you balance hii kazi na maisha yako ya familia?
Tuseme hii kazi 80% of my life nakuanga hapa msituni. So 20% ndio nakuanga na farm. So mimi ni kama bushman tu.
John Lesinga confirms that as a guide, life in the jungle is prone to risks and one has to be a warrior to survive here.
So I really appreciate my mother. She did force me to go to school. My father wanted me to look after the cattle because I was one of the favorite. You know, as you know, the Maasai, the favorite children were left to look after the cattle.
Their lives are always at the mercies of the vicious wild animals.
What was the worst experience you ever had?
I think the worst experience was being charged by an elephant. It was really, really at a close range, and it actually charged the vehicle. I saw the elephant charging, coming towards the vehicle, and it came all the way down, to the bonnet of the vehicle, and it was like shaking the vehicle. I was so terrified about that, but it never did anything. It finally just went away.
Accessibility at the reserve is key, and there are two means of arriving here. Depending on the safari destination, guests can either connect with the charter flights from Wilson or Jomo Kenyatta airports to the reserve.
The young people who are yearning for weekends, who are streaming to Naivasha, who are streaming to Laikipia, should now go further down to Isiolo, which is more peaceful. We now have daily flights to Isiolo International Airport. In fact, from 11th of October, there will be twice in a week flights to Isiolo town, and we can assist through transport to the park if we can. We now want to promote our county so that weekends people can fly in and then fly in on Friday, stay over the weekend within our parks. We have also tented camps, so that if you are not able to stay in Shaba or the tourist hotels, we have camping sites, and we have security around those camping sites. We have tents that are available within those camping sites. You can have now a bonfire within the camp, and therefore the young people who now are yearning to go out can put Isiolo as one of their destinations.
Or embark on a road journey from Nairobi to the reserve.
Napata mapato yangu kidogo kufanya kazi kidogo, lakini haina nguvu yote, haina uwezo, haina nini. Hii kazi ni kazi inategemea season. Kuna off season na kuna high season. Sasa wakati ya off season kuna kazi nyingi, watu tunajikumbusha tu, watu tunaenda kufanya kuchunga ngamia, mwingine kama kuna mbuzi mbili unaenda kuchunga.
Ananisaidia ki school fees. Mimi nasomesha kama watoto 5-6 saa hii. Wengine wako kwa secondary, wengine wako kwa college. Yote nilisomesha na hii tu.
After a long day of the hustle in the wilderness, it is time to give space to the nocturnals. At Ashinil Samburu camp become our rescue center. Under a thick stand of dome palms, overlooking a large natural spring of River Ewasonyiro, where elephants and lions join daily to drink, which really connects guests to the fascinating wildlife nature. The restaurant offers view of the river and serves a variety of menu comprising of oriental, traditional, and continental cuisines. But today you have a surprise on our menu: sundowners and bush dinner. As the sun rushed to bury its scorching rays in the shadows of the mountain, we are wheeled to the bank of River Ewasonyiro for a sundowner party. The fainting rays of sunset paints our evening. Each one grabs a glass of red wine. It is time to re-energize.
You know, taste and preferences are changing, styles are changing, so you really have to keep on reading, you have to keep on studying, you have to keep on going for refresher courses in order to keep afloat with the latest developments in the industry, otherwise you become irrelevant. And that is how I have managed to stay afloat in the industry for 26 years, to be honest.
The darkness takes over our night as the faint rays of the glowing moon lights the woods, give hyenas best vision for the hunt. To avoid being turned to praise, we wrap up our sundowner party, but the day is not yet over. Another phase starts, the bush dinner. Under tight security, we are escorted into the woods, dimly lit with faint candle lights. But the aroma emanating from the bush is a clear indication that the bushmeat is under preparation, making everyone dribble with saliva.
The concept is from traditional African setup, where people ate under the tree at night.
Why did you choose this particular site for tonight's dinner?
In the African setup, during dinner, it's in the bush. The men will eat different from the women. So this setup is an African setup completely, with the pathway that you came with. That's coming inside. It's like going in a bomber, an African bomber. What you are missing is just huts or manyatas. Yeah.
Is it the first ever, or have you been doing this before?
We've been doing this before, and it's a package that we normally sell for special guests. So welcome.
How is the feedback for your guests?
It's a wow. Yeah, it's a platinum. Most of the guests are very impressed. Yeah.
In addition to the foods you offer, do they come also with that African feel for this particular package?
Yes, the thing is, most of the guests that we get, they are focused for safari. And when they come here, now they get food, sceneries and everything. And now the concept change again. So it's not only seeing the game drives and everything, we also take them to culinary safari. Like now this one has got some little African touch, like the kachumbari, the grills, the nyama choma. So it's more also the selling the Kenya culinary to the outside world.
The other challenge we have is we would like as much as possible to employ the local community. We have employed quite a bit, but we would like to employ more because of the nature of our business and because they come around here. If there's any problem, you can easily call them back. But if somebody travels and then you have a problem and it comes from Western, it really becomes a challenge. So we are encouraging the local county government, even open a training school here so that the locals can be trained, so that we can easily absorb them. The nature of our business is such that we cannot just employ anybody who has finished school. We need technically trained people to be able to give high quality service to our guests.
It is the night of a united tribe with different races. For Culture Quest, I'm Levis Msumba.